I decided to write The Contented Soul out of my own questions of how can I live well in a world that seems to be intent on telling me I cannot be content. We trivialized the meaning of the word soul. At some point, soul started being all about self. Who am I? Not how am I connected to God, but who am I in terms of how I belong to myself. And in more recent years, it's been I'm a consumer, and so I define myself by how I consume and what I consume. And my soul is all about me and making me happy and making me feel fulfilled. At its root, if we were to be truly content, we would stop purchasing all the things that our economy depends on us to keep buying. So the advertisement, if you just look at our advertisement industry, it's very much geared at our insecurities and making us feel like we are discontent, and yet the rumbling in our souls could be content if we were to purchase this item. Mellowness of heart is a way of being openly receptive to all that God would bring us, to receive it with blessing, to return and desire goodness, to have thanksgiving. My dad taught me a kind of mellowness of heart because he was always looking for silver linings in gray clouds. And the best example, while there were many, was in his own last 6 months of life when he was struggling with cancer. And even then he found this silver lining that said, I think God is just trying to teach me how to let go of my hold on life. I don't want to let go. God knows that, and these are helping me let go. Modern advances undermine this mellowness of heart value by giving us a false sense of control, that we can in fact take an assortment of drugs to alleviate minor or severe ailments, and some of those would be good things, but it still gives us this sense that I am in control and I can take this drug and no longer feel tired or no longer feel this or that. And then we have technologies that do that too, that give us more control, pushes back the natural limits on our life. I teach sociology at Wheaton College and get to teach some of the fun classes like sociology of sexuality, gender roles, the family, and social change, which is perhaps one of my most satisfying classes. Because it keeps me in touch with a world that's bigger than mine, I'm constantly aware of who is my neighbor. If I were to respond the way Jesus encourages us, that the world is my neighborhood and I am obligated to it. One of the things I'm known for at Wheaton is that I take this midweek journaling coffee walk through Adams Park. Doesn't matter if there's snow on the ground or if it's raining. I go once a week and I journal and read and reflect, and it's just a time of pulling away and remembering who I am apart from this institution. I try to exude a kind of attention to the moment that I wanted to learn more about. When I started writing this book, it was more about savoring, sipping and savoring my own life. And so there was a lot that appeared almost trivial as I worked through it later. I had a significant amount of loss that year. My father died right as I started the book. My mother had cancer. My dear dog, as trivial as that sounds, my dear dog died. And the book became so much deeper because of the circumstances of my life that demanded that I look deeper. So contentment is less, and this is the point I think I want to make, it's not just a self-help book for contentment. It's connect me to something bigger than myself so that I can partner with God in bringing about shalom, peace. And in that partnering, I find a great sense of contentment.